Good evening, everybody. Welcome to SHN Sports presentation of Georgetown Eagle basketball. I'm Wally Harmon alongside my wife, Jerry Ann, running the scoreboard, and Nathan Hyde on the cameras here in Manor, Texas, in the beautiful gym at Manor Senior High School. What a beautiful night of basketball ahead of us as the varsity teams warm up. The Mustangs in home white. They have the white shorts, white shirts, all red and black accents on the jerseys. Your Eagles coming to the ball game wearing the blue shorts, blue jerseys, warming up on the left end of the court. Tonight, a big matchup. We start the second round of district play here in 5A, Region 3, District 18, and we come to a battle in the first week of the second go-around with the number 2 and 3 teams battling it out. Tonight, we come in, Georgetown sitting at 19-8 on the year, 5-1 in district play, and the Manor Mustangs behind Georgetown by half a game at 20-9 and 5-2 in district play. Their two losses coming to Georgetown in the season opener, district opener for the Eagles, and to Hutto. Hutto sits atop the standings, 26-3 on the year, 7-0 in district play. They lead it in the District 18 standings. Behind Manor, Cedar Creek falls in at 3-4 in district, Elgin at 2-5. And Eastview and Bastrop both at 1-6. I come in tonight not having any stats for Manor, any updated stats, but I talked to Coach Swain, and I got to give a shout out to Coach Anthony Swain of Manor this week, announced as the interim athletic director for the Manor High School Mustangs. And so congratulations to Coach Swain, as he'll look to take that role, to step into that role as athletic director next year. But he finishes out, and he told me, I am so sorry I didn't get anything to you. I have been busy this week being named athletic director, interim athletic director. So congratulations to Coach Swain and the Mustang program. What a great gentleman running this program. He's in his third year here in Manor, sitting at 54-37-1. Currently at 20-9 this year and 5-2 in district play. More importantly, Coach Canfield, the third year for Coach Canfield here in Georgetown, currently sitting at 49-44 overall in Georgetown, but currently has his Eagles sitting in second place. A big game tonight. I talked to Coach Canfield just moments ago. Not going to change anything up. It was successful in game 1 against Manor. They played on January the 7th, the season district opener for the Eagles. And Manor came to Georgetown and they lost by 9, 52-43. The Mustangs were held to just 43 points, and their season average is 74.3. So you look for a different shooting team tonight. They have their all-star back, Jamal Shed, the senior. He's averaging in the 20 to 23 point range here in district, or in the season, his senior season, and he did not play in game 1 against Georgetown, and he came back against, I believe it was Eastview or Cedar Creek, and he's been on a tear since then. And so Jamal Shed will come off the bench tonight for the Manor Mustangs, but it's going to be a different look for that team. Coach Canfield knows that this team can shoot, and they shoot well, and they shoot in a quick pace. They love to get up and down the court, where the Eagles like to take their time, break it down, half-court offense, slow the game down. The Eagles come into the ball game averaging 54.1 points a game and only allowing 46.6 from their opponents. So a different mindset and tempos between these two teams. Just like we talked to Coach Caraway of Hutto when we played the Hutto Hippos earlier in district play, they got to keep their pace. And so it's going to be that tonight. You know, Coach Swain and the Mustangs are going to try to push it here, and Coach Canfield and the Eagles will try to slow things down, run the half-court offense, slow it down, and work the Mustangs out of their normal game. Give a special shout-out to our sponsors. The families and friends of Georgetown Eagle basketball have come to the rescue and sponsored these young men and boys basketball program. Give a special shout out to them quickly before we get to the start of tonight's ball game. To Amy Waring, the realtor, you can find her online at bunnyblonde.com, and that's correct, BUNNYFLONDE.com. Amy Waring, realtor in your local real estate connection. Also to Stacy Campbell with Cutco, an American original since 1949. Cutco is the largest manufacturer of kitchen cutlery in the United States and Canada. And also to God's Country RV Park. And to our individual sponsors from the families, Mike and Boyd Kyle, Corbin Thomas, Robin and Jeffrey Knight, David and Yvonne Woods, and Laura Woods. So appreciative of our families and businesses stepping up and helping out sponsor these broadcasts to bring Eagle basketball to you in and wherever they play tonight on the road in Manor, Texas. Next on the schedule for your Eagles will be Tuesday. They will play Cedar Creek at home at 7 p.m. The Georgetown Eagles return home to face the Eagles before going to Hutto next Friday night. And so a big game tonight, and then they get to go at home. I talked to Coach Campbell earlier when I asked him how was it all having the time off, and he's like, you enjoy the break, we come into the game healthy, but you just hate sitting that long, that week off. The last time they played was Friday night. They had a great display when they played at home against the Elgin Wildcats. The 19-point victory, and you saw players coming off the bench. Austin Frias played a lot of the second half, a lot of the fourth quarter, I think the entire fourth quarter. Jacob Trussell came off the bench, and just good to see the players get off the bench, get some playing time. Garrett Campbell took a shot earlier in the half, right at the beginning of the third quarter, got busted his mouth open. And so, but Coach Campbell said everybody's healthy and everyone's ready to play. So the break is appreciated, but it's, you just hate it right in the middle. But you start the new run of district play healthy and rested. The Eagles in the all blue, black letters, white outline as they go back to the bench prepping, as we only have about 40 seconds left here in warm-ups. We'll go over the starting lineups real quick for the hometown Manor Mustangs. They'll be starting with number 1, Dayron Butler. Up top with him, number 3, Blake Fisher. Number 5, TJ Haywood. Number 11, Carl Chester. And number 13, Augustine Arroyo. But the trump card there, the big name coming off the bench then for the Mustangs, will be the senior Jamal Shedd. For your Georgetown Eagles, they will start in the customary lineup. At guard, at wing will be a 6-foot junior, number 2, Cade Lachlan. Running the point will be a 5'11 senior guard, number 3, Garrett Campbell. On the other wing will be a 6'2 senior, number 10, Chance Teeley. And we'll have a forward, number 6'1 senior, forward number 20, Dalton Kyle. And down low, the big man, the 6'6 junior post, number 30, Landry Woods. Got to step away, bring up the crowd mic, and enjoy the national anthem before the start of tonight's ball game. Here on SHN Sports presentation of Georgetown Eagle basketball. What a beautiful rendition of the Night Star Spangled Banner here in the Mustang Gym as they call out the starting lineup. So we look at it. Garrett Campbell comes into the ball game averaging 4.8 points on the year, 2.5 rebounds, 51 assists from Campbell. Chance Teeley averaging 6.9 points a game, 2.8 rebounds a game, 35 assists. Cade Lachlan, 4.7 points a game, 3.2 rebounds a game with 21 assists. And then you have Dalton Kyle, 4.4 points on the year, 3.1 rebounds per game, 14 assists. And then old Landry Woods, 6.7 points a game, 4.9 rebounds, and 27 assists. 19 blocks leads the team. But more importantly, the spread out scoring for the Eagles. No one really stands alone. Not one player averages in double figures. They spread it out, only averaging 54.1 points a ball game. And so they spread it out, but your big contributor comes off the bench. The sixth man tonight, I assume, will be Jamal Shedd for the Mustangs. But for the Eagles, typically coming off the bench, number 5, Aaron Bazell. He averages 9.5 points a game and 6 rebounds coming off of the bench. And so it'll be important to watch the different battle tonight between these two teams as the Mustangs are announced.
And number 2, 6'2", senior guard, Jamal Shedd.
And so now the starting lineup has changed as Coach Swain gave me number 1, Dayron Butler, but it looks like Jamal Shedd will be starting. So we'll scratch out Butler, put in Jamal Shedd for the Mustangs. So for the Mustangs, you're going to have Shedd, Fisher, Haywood, Chester, and Arroyo. Lachlan, Campbell, Teeley, Kyle, and Woods for the Georgetown Eagles. 3-man referee crew tonight working the ball game. Coach Campbell works his way down the line, shaking everybody's hands, getting ready for the ball game. Coach Swain makes his way down, talking to his players, and you can just see the emotion. You see the excitement between both of these teams as it's an important ball game here in Manor. Good crowd turnout tonight for the Mustangs on the far side of the gym, on the home side. And a good turnout here for the Georgetown Eagles not far down the road on 9-7-3. They'll throw it up in the middle. Landry Woods against Chester. And the ball tipped back into the hands of Fisher. Now to Arroyo. Or Shedd. Shedd drives in, throws it up, blocked. Now kicks out to the far left baseline. Shot there by Arroyo, no good. Rebound by Garrett Campbell in the middle lane. Great job there, and here come the Eagles. That's going to be a man-to-man defense for the Mustangs. They start out. Left wing Kyle and into the hands of Teeley. Looking down low. Now he'll go back up top to Kyle. Right side Lachlan. Down to Garrett Campbell on the right wing. Landry tries to post up. Kicks it back up top. Teeley, right wing. Now swing it all the way to left side. Baseline. Kyle drives all the way in. Past Shedd and gets the kind roll. Dalton Kyle starts the scoring for the Eagles tonight, and it's a 2-0 lead early on in the ball game. Quickly down the court, Jamal Shedd comes all the way down, takes it down the left side. Make that Arroyo. Arroyo taking the ball all the way to the hoop. They're going to draw the foul. Looks like they call it on Chance Teeley. That'll be Teeley's first personal foul and the first team foul for the Eagles. That'll send Arroyo to the line for 2 free throws as he took it all the way to the hoop before being fouled. First shot on the way, round the rim and off, no good. And a quick sub off the bench. Haken Richardson comes into the ball game for Carl Chester. Chester sits down, and Richardson now into the ball game. Quickly for the Mustangs. 7:19 left in the first quarter. Arroyo's second free throw is up and rattles that one in. And it's a 2-1 lead now for the Eagles here early on. Pressure in the backcourt, inbounded to Campbell. Now he gets it to Dalton Kyle, back to Campbell. He's coming up the right side. Cross-court pass, Teeley gets it down low. Now a skip pass, but it's knocked out of bounds by Haywood. A little too late. If it had seen a little earlier, Lachlan wide open on the right baseline. But the ball knocked out of bounds by Haywood. Georgetown resets underneath their own basket. Teeley set to inbound the ball, the line across the baseline. He's going to kick it up top into the hands of Dalton Kyle, and we'll swing it around. Landry Woods on the left wing. Down low, picked off by Arroyo, trying to get it down to Campbell. Turnover on the Eagles. Arroyo dribbles up, now left wing. Shedd, left baseline, three-pointer on the way, and knocks it down. Jamal Shedd quickly on the board, and it's a 4-2 lead for the Mustangs. 6:50 left in the first quarter. Campbell inbound, now gets it to Kyle on the right side. Back to Campbell on the left side. Pass over, now he tracks it down. Back to Kyle's got to get it across the timeline, and he does against the pressure from Haywood. The double team now across to Campbell. Left wing into the hands of Lachlan. He'll fire the three-pointer. It's up off the back rim. No good. Haywood tracks it down into Jamal Shedd. Left side across the timeline. Dribbles down to the left wing. Now skip pass. Right side. I apologize. That's Shedd. He nails that three. The pass was from Fisher. Nice skip pass into the hands of Shedd, and he knocks down another three. 7-2. Manor leads it now with 6:16 left. Pressure being applied. Woods gets it to Teeley all the way to the basket. Ball is up and in. And Teeley on the transition gets it. Now it's up to Richardson across the timeline, right wing. Back quickly, skip left wing. Deep three-pointer from the left wing from Shedd. It's short off the rim and out of bounds. He is not afraid to fire it up as he's averaging over 20 points per game. And now another substitute off the bench quickly for the Mustangs as Woolley checks in, replacing TJ Haywood. Whistle blown. Not sure what they called there. No foul given. But they get a reset. Eagles will be on the near sideline here. Got to be inbound by Dalton Kyle. And pressure being applied into the hands of Lachlan. Lachlan comes across the timeline to the right side. Gets it to Thiele right wing. Down low to Dalton Kyle. He's too far under. Now gets it to a cutting Lachlan. Up off the glass. Good. Cade Lachlan with a 2-point bucket. Cuts it to 1 now. 7-6. Mustang lead it with 5:43 left in the first quarter. Richardson dribbles down. Picks up his dribble. Now he kicks it up top to Fisher. And reset up top to Arroyo. He'll dribble. Looks to drive and does all the way in. Floater blocked by Landry Woods into the hand of Campbell. Here come the Eagles across the timeline. Now a skip pass, right wing. Thiele tries to hold on to it, can't do it. Now he's going to reset to Campbell up top. Left wing Kyle. Left baseline Lachlan. Down low into the hands of Woods. Tipped away by Arroyo. Good defense there on the help side. He's going to quickly get it across the timeline to Woolley. Woolley dribbles top of the key. Takes it all the way in. Cuts between two Eagles. Up off the glass. And good. Woolley with a nice take to the bucket. And extends the lead back to 3. 9-6. Mustangs lead it with 5:05 left in the first quarter. Lachlan across the timeline quickly. Tries to get it to Woods. Tipped away into the hands of Arroyo. Here come the Mustangs off the Eagle turnover. Down low into the hands of Fisher. Ball up. Shot. Had to go over Thiele. No good. Air ball into the hands of Campbell. He'll reset. Pressure there. Goes to the middle of the court to Woods. Woods holds it, and he'll go back to Campbell. Campbell across the timeline. Left wing to Lachlan. The Eagles will reset. Coach Canfield calling the offense as the Eagles reset across the timeline. Thiele fakes the 3. Now dribbles all the way in. Hits Woods. It's going to be about a 19-foot jumper from the left wing. No good. Wide open. Kyle rebound. Gets the putback off the glass and good. Dalton Kyle with 4 quick points. And a 1-point lead now for the Mustangs. 9-8 with 4:25 left in the first quarter. Woolley across the timeline to the hands of Richardson. Right wing. Up top Woolley. Left wing Arroyo. Now to Fisher. He'll take the left-handed 3-point shot from the left baseline. He'll knock it down. Fisher with his first points of the ball game and extends it back to a 4-point lead. 12-8 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the quarter. Campbell to Dalton Kyle. Now to the middle of the floor to Woods. He gives it up the timeline. Cuts it to left wing to Lachlan. He's cutting in. Double team there. He goes up hard. The shot does not fall, but he draws the foul. That'll send Lachlan to the free throw line for 2 shots. That's going to be on Fisher. That'll be Fisher's first foul. First team foul for the Mustangs. And Lachlan to the free throw line. Great job there of getting the ball across the timeline quickly. And Woods making a good pass to the cutting Lachlan. Goes up strong against 2. Just can't get the kind roll. But he gets the 2 free throws. First free throw on the way for Lachlan. Off the back of the iron is no good. Lachlan currently shooting 74% from the free throw line and misses the first one there. Substitution into the ball game for your Eagles will be number 5, Aaron Bazell. He replaces Landry Woods. Now number 34, also in the game, Xavier Wolf for the Mustangs. Free throw there by Lachlan is good. Cuts the lead back now 2-3. 12-9 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Mustangs lead it by 3. Fisher across the timeline, center of the court, dribbling there. Waring also into the ball game for the Eagles. Fisher on the right wing. Dribbles down to the baseline. A little floater up. Short off the rim. No good. Into the hands of Campbell. Campbell pushes it up. Cross-court pass to Bazell. Euro step into the middle. Off the backboard. No good. Rebound batted loose. Thiele has it at the free throw line. Backs it up to Kyle. Right wing Campbell. Thinks about it. Now Bazell fakes the 3. Campbell fakes the 3. Tries to draw the foul. Now he'll dribble in. Kick it open to Kyle. Top of the key. 3-pointer. Fired up. Nothing but net. Dalton Kyle with a 3-point play. And he brings the lead right back. Now it's even score now, 12-12. Quickly down the court are the Mustangs. Kicking to the corner to Fisher. He misses the 3-point shot. Rebound by Aaron Bazell. Into the hands of Campbell. Across the timeline, right side. Dribbles in, right wing to Waring. Now up top to Campbell. He'll reset. Bazell, left wing. Now to Kyle. He'll fire up another 3 from the left wing. It's up, no good. Bazell rebounds. He's pushed from behind by Woolley, but no call. And it'll be Manor ball. Good job there by Bazell to crash the boards. But the foul not called. He stepped on the end line. Ball goes back to the Mustangs. Substitutions back on the court. So now you have Chester, Richardson, Haywood, Fisher, or not Arroyo, and Shed. Fisher now replaced by Haywood. The Mustangs have Haywood up top, left wing to Arroyo. He'll dribble, now right wing to Shed. He'll fire up a deep 3 from the right wing. It's up short off the iron. Hits the top of the backboard and the time in the support stanchion. And it'll be a turnover on the Mustangs. 12-12 the ball game is a good one so far. 2:45 left here in the first quarter. Kyle inbounds it to Campbell, back to Kyle. Now he goes left side, back to Campbell. Try to get across the timeline. And it overthrows Thiele. Ball tipped into the hands of Shed. Here come the Mustangs off the turnover. Right baseline, right wing is Richardson. Thinks about the 3, throws it up. It gets blocked. Great block by Bazell there. Rebounded by Kyle. Here come the Eagles pushing it. Waring across the timeline, picks up his dribble, hits a cutting Kyle. Teely wide open, right wing three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's off the hands of Shed, out of bounds, and they're going to call it off of Bazell. And so the Mustangs get the ball back. A good battle there for the rebound between Shed and Bazell. And they give it to the Mustangs. Jace Knight checks into the ballgame, replacing Teely for the Eagles. His first action of the ballgame comes with the 2:15 mark in the first quarter. Shed dribbles across the timeline in the middle of the court, setting the Mustang offense. Right wing is Haywood with the ball. Skip it to the left wing to Shed. Zone defense being played. Haywood down low to Chester, kisses it up off the glass, and Chester gets the roll. Nice layup there and a good cut. And a 2-point lead for the Mustangs, 14-12. Kyle gets the ball. Pushed on the defense. They went for the double team. Doesn't get the call. They call a travel. It'll be a turnover on the Eagles. And the Mustangs will have the ball back underneath their own goal with a 2-point lead. 14-12 with a minute 50 left in the first quarter. Richardson on the right baseline to the our left baseline, left wing. Gets it down low to Shed. He spins in the middle of the lane, throws up a runner, no good. Rebounded by Jace Knight. He'll clear it out there, give it to Campbell. Campbell comes across the timeline. Left side, he hits it off his foot, has to track back and get it, gets it across the Waring across the timeline. Now to cutting Campbell to the right wing. Pressured there, he tries to drive in, skip pass, left baseline, Aaron Bazell, three-pointer. It's up off the back of the backboard, no good. As it skips off the side into the hands of Richardson. Quickly up the court, Shed tries to thread the needle to Chester, knocked out of bounds by Bazell. And that's where we'll get a stop in play with a minute 21 left in the first quarter. 14-12, the Manor Mustangs lead your Georgetown Eagles. A quick 30-second timeout here will slow things down. The Eagles playing at a pace they're not used to. And I want to apologize. It is not Mike and Boyd Kyle. It is Mimi and Boyd Kyle. Thank you to Mimi and Boyd Kyle for their sponsorship of Georgetown Eagle basketball. We want to get that correct and pay homage to these supporters of Eagle basketball, and we are super appreciative here on SHN Sports. So we'll reset. 1 minute, 21 seconds left in the first quarter. 14-12, the Mustangs lead the Eagles. They inbound the ball under their own bucket. Haywood up top into the hands of Chester. Now he gets it to Shed on the right wing. He'll stop, pop for a 17-footer off the rim, no good. Haywood rebounds, throws up a ball off the rim, no good. Chester rebounds and puts it up and in off the rebound. And extends it to a 4-point lead. Inbound pass into the hands of Bazell. And he gets it now to Waring on the right side. Got across the timelines to Landry Woods, who's checked back in. Left wing Bazell. He looks, and now he'll reset. Dribbles down, now kicks it to Jace Knight on the left baseline. He'll drive in the baseline there, looks to kick it, and he'll kick it up top. Waring, right wing into the hands of Campbell. Campbell at the right wing, extended, covered by Shed there. He'll go back up top, reverse dribble, and he gets it to Waring. And that is a hometown call there as Sneed switches on the defense. He hands it to Waring as Waring comes back up. He jumps in his way, and contact made. They call the offensive foul. Not sure who they called it on there as Clay Thomas checks in. It's either on Garrett Campbell or Joseph Waring. They're signaling, and none of these high-tech scoreboards not being utilized here in Manor tonight, so no player names being called out by any PA and nothing on the board. So the Mustangs will have the ball with four-point lead, 16-12, with 20 seconds left in the half. Shed stands at the top of the key at the midcourt stripe, now into the hands of Fisher on the left side. They'll hold for the final shot, 14 seconds. He dribbles across the top, and now it's going to be a timeout by Coach Anthony Swain of the Mustangs. He'll call a 30-second timeout with 12.3 seconds left in the quarter. Beautiful gym here in Manor High School in the new campus, the Manor Senior High School. Beautiful scoreboard. It looks like here, giant jumbotron on the left side of the field house, but it is not in operation tonight, and so not having a PA, and we got to catch as best we can from these officials on the far side of the court as they signal the foul calls, and so I'll try to catch that up. Either Campbell with his first or Joseph Waring as Shed drew the player control foul as he jumped in front of the cutting Eagle and gets the call. 16-12, 12.3 seconds left in the first quarter. Fisher, Haywood, Arroyo, Chester, and Shed on the court for the Mustangs. Jace Knight, Thomas, Woods, Bazell, and Campbell for your Eagles. Shed across the timeline, center of the court. Right wing, Fisher, he'll fire up a left-handed three-pointer, and he knocks it down. Eagles try to get it inbounded, and then they're going to let the clock run out. Down by 7 as Fisher hits the big three-pointer at the end of the quarter to extend the lead. And that's where we'll have our first break. After 1, it's 19-12. The Mustangs lead it. Fisher with 6 points. Off the 2 three-pointers. Chester with 4, Shed with 6, Arroyo with 1, and Woolley with 2. Your Eagles, 3 for Lachlan, 2 for Teeley, 7 for Dalton Kyle are the only scores in the ball game. Again, we thank our sponsors: Realtor Amy Waring, Stacy Campbell of Cutco, God's Country RV Park, Mimi and Boyd Kyle, Corbin Thomas, Robin and Jeffrey Knight, David and Yvonne Woods, and Laura Woods for their support of Georgetown boys basketball. The Eagles here on the road tonight in Manor in a big battle here in District 18 play. They start the second quarter trailing by 7. Manor leads it 19-12. Starting the quarter for your Eagles will be Cade Lachlan, Garrett Campbell, Clay Thomas, Landry Woods, and Jace Knight. Arroyo, Haywood, Fisher, Shed, and Chester on the court for the Mustangs. Lachlan inbounds it into the backcourt to Clay Thomas. He's being covered there by Haywood. Dribbles across the timeline, being pressured. Now left side to Lachlan. Lachlan holds. Now double teamed up top. Gets it into Garrett Campbell on the right wing. He'll dribble all in from the right elbow. Floater up and good. Garrett Campbell with his first 2 cuts the lead back to 5, 19-14. Quickly across the timeline into the left wing. Fisher, he'll power up another wide open 3 off the iron, no good. Eagles try to chase it down. Shed tries to save it, and now Landry Woods gets it, hands it to Campbell in the backcourt. He's pressured there by Fisher. Campbell goes to dribble up, gets it across the timeline, center of the court, into the hands of Lachlan, left wing into Jace Knight. Knight has it there. He's looking for help. Now gets it to Clay Thomas on the left wing. Thomas right wing to Campbell. Right baseline is Lachlan. He'll drive in, tries to get it down low. Ball batted away into the hands of Shed. Shed pushes it up and gets a wide open lane to the bucket. And the layup for Shed, his 8th point of the ball game. Pushes it back to a 7-point lead. 21-14 with 7 minutes left in the half. Knight back to Thomas, middle of the court, into the hands of Woods. Blocked away by Chester. Steal for the Mustangs. Down to Haywood. He goes up. Woods tries to get the block. No good. Now up top to Arroyo. Shed, right wing. He'll fire the quick 3. It's up. No good. Campbell goes up for the rebound. Foul from behind by Fisher. And a good call there as Campbell got position and gets the rebound. So Fisher with his second personal foul. Second team foul for the Mustangs. Georgetown will inbound the ball. Trailing by 7, 21-14. Thomas inbounds it to Lachlan. Back to Thomas. Now the left side to Campbell. Against the pressure. Back to Thomas. He tries to get it across the timeline. Back to Campbell. And he'll float it back to Thomas. Right side across the timeline. Top of the key. He sets. Now back to Campbell left side. Fakes the 3. Looks for the skip pass. Now he'll be doubled. Pressure falls away. Lachlan right wing to Thomas. Down to Landry Woods on the right baseline. Tries to hit Jace Knight. He does it at the elbow. Now he backs it up top of the key. Reset. Garrett Campbell, 3-pointer left wing, wide open, and he drains it. Nothing but net. Garrett Campbell with 5 points here in the second quarter, cuts the lead back to 4. 21-17 with 6 minutes left in the half. Shed across the timeline, top of the key. Gets a screen from Haywood, dribbles down, now skips it to Fisher, left baseline, wide open 3. Fisher can't make it. Into the hands of Garrett Campbell. Another rebound for Campbell. Shed tries to steal it from behind. Campbell does a good job of protecting the ball. Across the timeline to the right side. He'll go up top, fake the pass to Campbell. He'll think about the distant 3, passes it up. Woods gets the ball slapped away. Shed makes a long baseball pass to the hands of streaking Arroyo for the layup. And a 6-point lead for the Mustangs, 23-17. Thomas tries to dribble around his back. Chester knocks it out of his hands, but out of bounds. And Woolley will check back in for Fisher as he's gone cold after nailing the 3 at the end of the first quarter. Arroyo had his 3rd point of the night. 6-point lead, 23-17. Eagles go to inbound the ball here on the left sideline. Thomas will inbounds. Gets it to Lachlan, down low to Woods, and he posts up on Fisher and gets the bucket. Landry Woods with his first 2 of the night. Back to a 4-point lead. Arroyo dribbles in, now kicks it back out to Woolley. Richardson will take a 3 from the left wing. It's no good. Rebound by Landry Woods for the Eagles. And he'll dribble up against pressure, get it to Jace Knight across the timeline, center of the court. Finds a man open on the right wing. It's Thomas. He dribbles in, back to Knight on the right wing. He'll dribble in, middle of the lane, spins, kicks it back out. Now it's batted away by Woolley into the hands of Fisher. And here come the Mustangs after the turnover. Fisher to Arroyo. He'll fire up a quick three. He drains it, and a foul on Thomas. As you got to give Arroyo credit. He shoots the three, kicks his leg out like the old Reggie Miller, draws the contact, and he's going to get a chance at a 4-point play. As Thomas is whistled for his first personal foul, the third team foul for the Eagles. More importantly, separates the score back to 7, 26-19 now for the Mustangs, as Dalton Kyle and Chase Teeley back into the ballgame for Thomas and Jace Knight for the Eagles. So on the court, Haywood, Woolley, Arroyo, Richardson, and Chester for the Mustangs. Campbell, Woods, Teeley, Lachlan, and Kyle for the Eagles. Arroyo sets for the free throw, and he knocks that one down. Pressure being applied. Eagles trying to get it across the timeline, and now it's going to be in the hands of Dalton Kyle. Across the timeline, right side to Lachlan. He's doubled there on the sideline, tries to throw it out. Down low to Woods. It's slapped out of bounds by Haywood. So the Eagles will keep possession. 27-19, an 8-point lead, the largest of the night for the Manor Mustangs, with 4:33 left in the first half. Teeley looks to inbounds, and he does to Woods. He goes up for the shot. He'll be called for a foul. Will be Richardson as he makes contact. Calls the foul on number 10, Richardson. That'll be his first foul of the ball game. The third team foul for the Mustangs here in the first half. And that'll send Landry Woods to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Great pass into Woods. Free throw is up off the back of the rim, no good. 27-19 with 4:31 left in the first half, second quarter. Eagles trailing by 9 as Jamal Shedd checks back in, replacing Carl Chester. Shedd, Arroyo deep now for the Mustangs. Richardson, Woolley, and Haywood in the lane for the Mustangs. The shot by Woods up and gets the kind of roll and in. Free throw good. Jamal Shedd hands it back to Arroyo. He'll fire a deep three from the right wing. No good. Woods goes up with the rebound. Slapped away from behind by Haywood into the hands of Shedd. They call the foul on Woods, but not on Haywood from behind. Obviously a lot shorter than the 6'6 Woods, but they're going to call Landry Woods on the foul, and that'll be his first personal foul, the fourth team foul. So I had it wrong. I missed a mark in the book. It is 20, 27-20. Shedd goes to the free throw line after the foul for the two free throws. Knocks down the first one. 28-20 with 4:19 left in the half. As the Mustangs talk, Shedd sets up for the free throw. Second free throw is on the way, off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Woods. And the Eagles will take the ball and try to cross the timeline. Pressure being applied quickly. Dalton Kyle across the timeline. Teeley, right baseline. He'll kick it up top to Garrett Campbell. Think about the three as he's covered there by Richardson. He'll circle back around, right wing to Kyle. Down to Teeley, back up to Kyle. Left wing Lachlan, into the hands of Campbell, left baseline. He'll dribble in, double teamed, up top Kyle. Kyle spins into the lane, a little floater up off the backboard, no good. Rebound tapped, Landry Woods tracks it down, his shot up, no good. Rebounded by Richardson. He'll now push the ball up to Woolley, across the timeline, center of the court, to a cutting Shedd. He goes in for the dunk, blocked by Chance Teeley. Great defense to avoid the foul and get the block by Teeley. And into the hands of Campbell. Here come the Eagles across the timeline. Landry Woods at the free throw line. He holds the ball there, left wing to Teeley. Thinks about the three, now he'll drive on Woolley. Against two other Mustangs, nothing working there. Ball comes back into the hands of Teeley, back to Woods, back up top. Now to Campbell. Calls out a new offense as Coach Campbell gives directions. Campbell, top of the key, spins back to the left, now to the right, to a cutting Lachlan. Layup, good. What a pass, what a cut. And a nice two-point bucket. Cuts the lead back to 6, 28-22 for the Mustangs. 3:12 left in the first half. Royal on the right wing, now to Shedd on the right side. He backs it up to the timeline, resets the offense for Coach Swain. And the Mustangs with 3 minutes left in the half. A 6-point lead for the Mustangs, 28-22. Left wing is Woolley. He sets there, holds the ball. Now right wing to Shedd. Left wing, Arroyo. A lot of skip passes across the top, up top of Woolley. Right wing, Shed. As the zone defense gets a cutting Arroyo, throws a runner up, no good. And Woods gets the rebound, and he's fouled from behind. This time they do call the foul on TJ Haywood, and that'll be Haywood's first personal foul. And the fourth Mustang foul. Some substitutions into the ballgame for both teams as Landry Woods and Cade Lachlan take a seat. Aaron Bazell and Joseph Waring into the ballgame for the Eagles. Fisher and Chester back into the ballgame. Richardson and Woolley take a seat for the Mustangs. Press being applied by the Mustangs. Kyle inbounds to Campbell on the right side. He goes back to Kyle. Kyle dribbles to go across the left side. Back to Campbell. Got to get across the timeline. Now we get it to Kyle. Kyle crosses the timeline left side into the hands of Waring. He'll cut to the basket. The floater up and in. Joseph Waring with his first two. What a nice little floater there, and it cuts the lead to 4, 28-24. Arroyo quickly bats across the timeline. Chester will fire up a three from the left baseline. It's off the back of the iron, no good, into the hands of Waring. Waring kicks it to Campbell, right side across the timeline. Pressured by Shed there. Campbell keeps the ball. Up top, Kyle, left wing, Waring. Looking for the low post, now up top to Thiele. Thiele will dribble, cut back to the right. He's pushed, he's going to go in, and they're going to call it on the floor. That'll be on Arroyo. Augustine Arroyo with his first personal foul. And now the 15th foul of the half for the Manor Mustangs. That'll bring Woolley off the bench in replacement of Arroyo for the Mustangs. The Georgetown Eagles will reset underneath their own bucket. Waring goes to inbound the ball. Gets it up top to Dalton Kyle. Gets it now into Bazell. He'll spin up on Shed, and it's blocked out of bounds. As Shed speaks his mind to Bazell after the block. Nice play there by Jamal Shed. Bodies up, it goes up and gets the block. But the Eagles get the ball back. 1:58 left in the half. Eagles down by 4, 28-24. Waring goes to inbound. Looking to get it in, and he'll get it into Campbell on the right wing. Campbell pressured there by TJ Haywood. Thinks about it. Now he skipped past the left side of Bazell. Shed goes for the steal, knocks it out of his hands. Thiele goes for the runner. And Bazell threw the ball away into the hands of Thiele, but he ran over Fisher, who had set up underneath the bucket. So the foul on Aaron Bazell, his first personal foul. 15th foul for the Eagles with 1:49 left in the half. 28-24, Mustangs lead by 4 as Shed walks it up court across the timeline, center of the court. A 1-3-1 defense anchored by Waring up top. Shed will dribble in, now kick it open. Woolley, right baseline three-pointer. It's up, off the iron, no good. Chased down on the far side by Thiele. Into the hands of Campbell, now Dalton Kyle on the left side. Back to Campbell, right side. Pressure quickly is applied again by the Mustangs in the backcourt. They'll let Campbell dribble across the timeline up to the top of the key as Shed covers him there. Campbell continues to the right side into the hands of Bazell on the right baseline. He goes into the lane, and he throws up a runner. Can't get the foul, but he does get the bucket. Aaron Bazell with his first two of the night and cuts the lead back to 2. 28-26, Mustangs lead it. Now a pass from Fisher, tries to go down low to Woolley, picked off there. And here comes Bazell, pressured from behind. He finally gets it back into the hands of Campbell. The Eagles will reset with 55 seconds left in the half. Thiele left baseline, covered there. He'll drive the baseline, floater, pressured, hacked, nothing. Ball knocked loose. Bazell tracks it down. He goes up for 2, no good. Battle for the rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Chester as he goes over the back of Bazell. Bazell hits the floor hard. He gets help up from Chance Thiele. That'll be a foul on Carl Chester. Chester gets his first personal, 16th foul for the Mustangs with 47.9 seconds left in the half. A 2-point lead for the Mustangs as the Eagles have battled back here in the second quarter. 28-26, the Mustangs lead it. The Eagles will get set to inbound the ball underneath their own bucket. Joseph Waring sets to inbound. Richardson back into the ball game, replacing Chester. They get it down low to Bazell. He goes up, no foul called. Battles for the rebound and now gets the foul. And it's going to be on Fisher, and that's going to be Fisher's third personal foul. Coach Swain left him in, and it did not pay off as Fisher picks up his third. And that's the 7th team foul, and that sends Aaron Bazell back to the free throw line. 4-2 shots as he was going up for the shot. 44.7 seconds left. Bazell with a chance to tie the ball game. First free throw is nothing but net for Bazell. Cuts it back to a 1-point lead now. 28-27 with 44.7 seconds left. As Arroyo and Shed back off the lane and go down to the far end of the court into the corners. Campbell and Thiele back for the Eagles. Second free throw by Bazell is nothing but net as well. And it ties the ball game at 28 as Richardson checks back into the ball game, or Chester checks back in for Fisher. Looks like they will hold here as Shed dribbles across the timeline, center of the court, calling out the offensive play with 36 seconds left in the half. Arroyo left wing. He'll dribble there, dribbles all the way in, throws up a floater, not cut off, and the floater is good by Arroyo. Ball inbounded. Bazell has it on the left side, gets it across the timeline in the hands of Thiele, but Thiele loses it and out of bounds. Turnover, Eagles. And it gives the Mustangs the ball back with 19.7 seconds left and a 2-point lead. Richardson inbounds to Shed. He's in the backcourt, and he's getting the call from Coach Swain, and he's walking it up slowly. Gets across the timeline with 10 seconds left in the half. Waring covers there. Shed picks up his dribble, now gets it to Richardson on the right side. Chester on the right baseline. Shed, right wing. He'll fire up an NBA three at the buzzer. It's off and no good. And now he's yelling at his teammate, Richardson, and trying to figure out why that kind of went the way it did. But to the Eagles' benefit as the half comes to a close, 30-28, the Mustangs lead it by 2. But that's a big one after a big separation to start the second quarter. So good job there by the Eagles to slow things down, bring it back into their realm, and battle with these Mustangs. Quick timeout, gather ourselves, come back with the second half of Georgetown Eagle basketball here on SHN Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown boys Eagle basketball here in Manor, Texas, on the road with a minute 45 left in the halftime break. 30-28, the Mustangs lead it. After the first quarter, it was 19-12, a 7-point lead for the Mustangs. The Eagles did a great job in the second quarter, cutting it back to only a 2-point deficit against the Mustangs. Looking in the books at the stats, the big key, I think, to look at for the Mustangs, Blake Fisher, number 3, one of the starters, has 3 personal fouls. He picked up a late foul there in the second quarter, in the end of the first half. He has 3 fouls. Everyone else that has a foul only has 1. Haywood has 1, Chester with 1, Arroyo with 1, and Richardson. The scores for the Mustangs: 2 points for Woolley, 4 points for Chester, 6 for Fisher, 9 for Arroyo, and 9 for Jamal Shed to equal 30 for your Mustangs. 5 for Dalton, 5 for Cade Lachlan, 5 for Garrett Campbell, 2 for Chance Teeley, 7 for Dalton Kyle, 3 for Landry Woods, 4 for Aaron Bazell, and 2 for Joseph Waring. Only 1 foul per player that drew a foul. Only 5 team fouls for the Eagles in the first half. 1 foul for Teeley, 1 for Woods, 1 for Bazell, 1 for Waring, and 1 for Clay Thomas. So no foul problems for the Eagles to think of and to worry about here in the second half as we get underway. Starting out for the Mustangs here in the second half, Jamal Shed, number 2, number 3, Blake Fisher, number 5, TJ Haywood, number 13, Augustine Arroyo, and number 11, Carl Chester. The starting 5 back on the court for your Eagles will be Garrett Campbell, Cade Lachlan, Chance Teeley, Dalton Kyle, and Landry Woods. The Mustangs get the ball to start the second half, and they'll be going right to left on the court from the way we see it. Shed, left wing, fires up a quick 3, and quickly Shed extends it to a 5-point lead. He didn't hesitate on that skip pass. He was ready to go and fired it away. 33-28, 5-point lead quickly here for the Mustangs. Teeley gets it across the timeline. Kyle has it now on the right side. And back to Teeley on the right wing. He'll dribble up top. Lachlan, left wing to Campbell. He thinks about the 3. Looks to post up Woods. Woods gets it on the left block. He turns, takes it in, puts it up. No good. Contested against 2 Mustangs, Haywood and Shed. They get the rebound. Back down quickly. Fisher to Shed. 3-pointer from the left wing. It's up off the rim. No good. Woods bats the ball. It's batted away from him into the hands of Fisher. There's a scramble for the ball as Fisher and Lachlan come up for it. But Cade Lachlan whistled for the foul. That'll be Cade's first personal foul and the Georgetown first team foul of the second half. 7:15 left in the third quarter. 5-point lead for the Mustangs. 33-28. Shed will inbound under in his own basket for the Mustangs as they run this set now into the hands of Arroyo. Left wing, he'll dribble now into the lane, push off against Campbell, stop, pop, off the back iron, and gets a kind roll in. And Arroyo with his first 2 of the second half. And a 7-point lead quickly for the Mustangs. 7 minutes left in this third quarter. 35-28, Mustangs lead it. Campbell against Haywood. Goes into the middle of the lane, fights for it, throws it up off the glass, gets the roll. No foul called as Haywood took a shot to the nose. But a quick 2 for Garrett Campbell. Cuts the lead back to 5. Shed on the left wing extended, has the ball. He'll dribble up top against Campbell. Now he'll drive into the wing, kick it, right baseline to Fisher. 3-pointer up, no good. Woods goes for the ball, and they let Shed have a chance at it. He gets it, chases it down, fires up the 3, no good. Woods taps it away from Haywood. Now into the hands of Fisher and Campbell. They battle for it, but it's off of Fisher out of bounds. And Haywood now will come into the ballgame. It looks like he is bleeding. He took the shot as they were battling down when Campbell tried to go up. And Haywood took a shot as he comes off the court. Number 25, Madier Ding, checks into the ballgame for the first time for the Mustangs. Teeley on the left wing. He'll dribble, middle of the lane, kick it to Woods on the right baseline. He dribbles in, finds Teeley. Right elbow, shot up, no good. Rebound by Shed. Shed kicks it out to Arroyo. He dribbles down, left wing, left baseline. Chester, he'll fire a 3. It's up off the iron, no good. And a follow slam by Jamal Shed. He came out of nowhere, shot out of the cannon. He gets the up rebound and dunks it home. but he hurt his hand when he did it. He shakes it as he's down the court. And a 7-point lead again for the Mustangs, 37-30. On the Shed follow dunk. 5:40 left in this third quarter. Campbell on the right wing as the Eagles slow it down. He'll go up top, pick up his dribble. Now right wing to Woods. He holds there. Up top to Lachlan. Lachlan steps in. Now back to Campbell. Left wing three-pointer. It's on the way. Off the iron, no good. Shed chases it down. He throws up ahead to Arroyo. Now right wing into Dang. He'll fire it up. Three, no good. Into the hands of Lachlan. Here come the Eagles. He gets it. Teeley across the timeline. Shed makes a great play. Teeley dives and gets it back into the hands of Woods. He'll drive in. His floater, and he gets it. And they'll call it as Richardson never moved, or Chester never moved. They're going to call the charge on Landry Woods. That'll be his second foul. And now Coach Swain out on the court. They're talking now about a pass play, and Coach Swain is not happy as Haywood is over there bleeding from his, I can't tell if his mouth or his nose. Coach Swain upset. Now they're coming over to talk to Coach Campbell. I'm not sure what the delay is here. You can't go back. There is no replay to look. So now a delay here on the court. Not sure what's going on. 5:09 left in the third quarter. 37-30. The Mustangs have opened up the lead to 7. There's no replay here in high school. They can't figure it out. The referees are talking, but no one saw anything to call. And so I'm not sure what the argument is about. Both teams have gone back to their benches. The referees are talking. So no explanation here as we kind of watch on. Not sure what's going on. The Mustangs have the ball after the charge called on Landry Woods. 5:09 in the third quarter remaining. Mustangs have the ball. And now Fisher heads to the bench. It looks like he has some blood on his uniform. Still trying to figure this out as the Ding, Arroyo, Chester, Richardson, and Shed into the ball game for the Mustangs. Ding on the left wing, up top to Shed. He'll dribble in, and he'll stop and pop from the right elbow. Short shot into the hands of Landry Woods. He'll get it to Dalton Kyle, and here come the Eagles, down by 7. Campbell across the timeline, left side. Teeley on the left baseline. He'll dribble to the left wing, up top to Lachlan, right wing Campbell. Campbell sets, now up top to Teeley. Looks to dribble in, and he does. Turns against Arroyo all the way in. Gets the layup off the rim, no good. Into the hands of Chester. Skip pass down low to Shed. Out to Ding, left baseline. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound deep into the hands of Chester. He rebounds it all the way to the hoop for the layup. Is Chester, and a 9-point lead now for the Mustangs. 39-30 with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Campbell tries to float one to Dalton Kyle, stolen by Chester. Mustangs try to push it. Kyle gets the steal, and he'll push it down the court. From behind, Ding tracks it down, but he steps on the baseline out of bounds, so it'll be the Eagle ball still underneath their own bucket. Bazell and Knight check into the ball game for Lachlan and Woods. So you have Teeley, Kyle, Knight, Bazell, and Campbell on the court for your Eagles. 4 minutes and a second left here in the third quarter. 39-30, Manor leads the ball game. Thiele inbounds, Campbell to the right side about mid-stripe. Now he's back to the right wing, dribbles to the middle of the lane, loses it behind his back. Shed gets the steal. He'll come to the right side against Kyle. Drives all the way in, runs over Kyle. They're going to call the block, of course, here, and count the bucket for Shed. Dalton Kyle whistled for the block. That'll be the second team foul. Credit Shed for the 2 points and a 3-point play opportunity the old-fashioned way. 11-point lead now as TJ Haywood, wearing number 12, checks back into the ball game. Fisher is out currently, replacing his uniform with blood on it. And we'll see what number he comes out in after he gets redressed. And Fisher will come back with number 1. So that'll scratch Butler. Free throw from Shed, no good. Knight gets the rebound into the hands of Kyle. And the Eagles will bring it up, trailing by 11. He tries to get it to Campbell. Campbell cut in, and Kyle went out with the pass, and out of bounds turnover for the Eagles. Now Fisher will check back into the ball game wearing number 1 for Ding. Ding is checked out of the ball game. So you have Fisher, Shed, Haywood, Arroyo, and Chester in the ball game for the Mustangs. Left wing is Shed. He'll think about the three, dribble in, elbow. Now right wing, Fisher, three-pointer on the way. Off the iron, no good. Battle for the rebound from 3 Mustangs. As Chester knocked it out of Thiele's hands, but he knocked it out of bounds. Bazell will inbound with 3:32 left in the third quarter to Campbell. He's double teamed. Now to Bazell left side, back right side to Campbell. He'll dribble up, back to Bazell left side. He'll get across the timeline, and he's fouled there by Haywood as he tries to run from it. But he can't as he tries to cut off Bazell. And Haywood picks up his second foul. That's the first team foul of the second half for the Mustangs. Thiele, left wing to Bazell, up top Campbell. He thinks about it. Right wing to Jace Knight. He holds there. Knight holds. Now he'll dribble. Left wing Campbell. Wide open baseline of Bazell. He'll drive all the way in. Gets around Shed. Lay in. Good for Bazell. A nice take to the hoop. Cuts the lead back to 9. 41-32. They haven't put the points on the board, but it is a 9-point lead for the Mustangs. They inbound the ball after they call it out of bounds on Campbell. Fisher, deep three from the right wing. Gets blocked by Bazell into the hands of Kyle. Kyle will reset in the hands of Campbell. He'll dribble up. Now Kyle right side. He'll get across the timeline. Pick up his dribble. Now up top to Campbell. Campbell will dribble in against Fisher. Now he'll stop the elbow. Up top to Thiele. He'll fire the three-pointer straight on. No good. Bazell with the rebound. He goes up hard. Off the glass. No good. Knight goes for the rebound, but knocked out of bounds by Chester. 2:40 left in the third quarter. 41-32. The Mustangs lead it by 9. Thiele gets set to inbound for the Eagles. He'll go to Bazell. And Bazell will go back up top, reset the offense for the Eagles. Campbell has it, right side. He drives in against Haywood. Now down low to Bazell. Layup, up and in. Bazell with another quick 2-point bucket. Cuts the lead to 7, 41-34. Up top is Shed for the Mustangs as they quickly get it back across the timeline, set up the offense. Now he'll back it out with 2:15 left in the third quarter. Shed backs it out. Now he'll go off the pick from Chester. He dribbles all the way in, loses it, but into the hands of Arroyo. He has it on the right wing. He'll back it up, dribble, drive in, shoot a floater off the iron, no good. Into the hands of Bazell. Bazell to Campbell, and Campbell will reset. With 1:55 left in the third quarter, Bazell comes across the timeline right side. Dribbles up top, now left side in the hands of Kyle. Left baseline Knight. He'll drive in there. Take it, and finally will get a chance to go up. They're going to call it on the floor. See who they call it on. It'll be on Jamal Shed. That'll be Shed's first personal foul. Second team foul of the half for the Mustangs as Joseph Waring checks in for Dalton Kyle. In the Eagle lineup, Haywood, Fisher, Arroyo, Shed, and Chester for the Mustangs. Thiele inbounds to Jace Knight. He dribbles, drives down low, tries to put it up. Double team, blocked by Haywood into the hands of Bazell. He goes up down low, ball knocked away. Thiele right baseline. Jace Knight has it on the right wing. He'll hold it there, step in. About a 10-footer. Floater is up, no good. Rebound by Fisher. He gets it to Shed, and now Shed will push it across the timeline. Right side of the court, dribbles to the right wing, now drives all the way in. Kicks it out to Chester. He'll pick it up. Floater on the left baseline. Up, no good. Battle for the rebound. It'll be knocked out of bounds off the Mustangs. It'll go the way of the Eagles. As he got past, Chester picked it up. He couldn't handle it, and then he ran with it down the baseline. Throws up the floater, no good. But can hold on to the rebound. Substitution into the ballgame will be Richardson for the Mustangs, replacing Jamal Shed. He'll take a seat with 1:15 left in the third quarter. A 7-point lead for the Mustangs, 41-34. Campbell has the ball on the left side. He's going to be double teamed in the backcourt. They got to get some help there. Now he's going to throw a baseball pass down to Jace Knight. Arroyo goes up and bats the ball and knocks it out of bounds. They're going to give it to the Eagles under their own bucket as Campbell had not much option there as he tried to throw the baseball pass down long. And Arroyo knocks it out of bounds. Eagles reset under their own bucket. Thiele looks to inbound, gets it to Jace Knight, now to the middle of the lane. Turns around, spinner up off the glass. Jace Knight for two. Nice take there. Cuts it back to a 5-point ball game with 55 seconds left in the half. Richardson, top of the key, dribbles for the Mustangs. Right wing to Fisher. He'll fire the quick three. Off the iron, no good. Bizzell rebounds. Bizzell will dribble against Fisher. Now to Campbell. Campbell being covered by Haywood. He comes up across the timeline to Jace Knight. He'll be double teamed. Now he'll dribble away from it. Hands it up to Bizzell with 35 seconds left. And a foul by Richardson. Coach Swain can't figure out why he would foul him. He's out near the timeline. And Richardson called for the block. That'll be Richardson's second personal foul. Third team foul of the half for the Mustangs. Jamal Shed checks back in, replacing Fisher. Gonna get Fisher out of there before the last 30 seconds so he didn't pick up a trash foul with already having three personals. Campbell gets the ball in the backcourt. He'll come across the timeline. He's dribbling against Haywood. Haywood slaps the ball away. Campbell fights for it. Now into the hands of Shed. Shed will throw it up the court to Arroyo. Alley-oop to Shed. What a pass by the Mustangs. Arroyo with the floater into the hands of Shed. And extends the lead back to 7, 43-36. Waring across the timeline with 10 seconds left in the third quarter. He dribbles against Haywood. Lots of body foul, not called. It'll be Bizzell for the three-pointer right wing. It's off the back iron, no good. Thiele gets the rebound, little floater, up, no good. Battle for the rebound, Waring went for it. Haywood smacks it away across the body, no foul. The very physical play by the Mustangs, and they are getting away with it here in the third quarter. And that's how we end it, 43-36. Mustangs lead it. Jamal Shed, 9 points to double his scoring to 18 here in the ball game. For the Mustangs, makes a dent. Blows open that lead from 2 points up to 7 for the Mustangs. I want to thank our sponsors again. Realtor Amy Waring, Stacy Campbell of Cutco, God's Country RV Park. Those businesses stepping in and supporting and sponsoring Georgetown Eagle boys basketball. And then to our individual sponsors, the families Mimi and Boyd Kyle, Corbin Thomas, Robin and Jeffrey Knight, David and Yvonne Woods, and Laura Woods. We appreciate each and every one of the sponsors to help keep Georgetown Eagle basketball on the air. What a ball game here tonight on the road as we start the second round of district play. 5-1, the Eagles come in tonight. 5-2 in district play are the Mustangs. The battle for second place is alive and well here in Manor tonight. 43-36, Eagles will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Waring, Bizzell, Thiele, Campbell, and Jace Knight for the Eagles. Waring has the ball across the timeline. He's quickly double-teamed there. Looks to get rid of it. Bizzell, left wing, gets it down low to Chance Thiele. Loses it. Now he tries to go across court. Arroyo picks the pass off. He turns all the way into the hoop. Blocked from behind by Thiele. Into the hands of Ding. Ding up top to Chester. Now right wing to Haywood. Now we get it to Arroyo. He'll fire from the right baseline. And Arroyo will knock down the three-pointer. And that's going to be a timeout. Nope. They gave a warning to number 12 Haywood for bothering the ball through the bucket. Nonetheless, Arroyo had the three-pointer and extends the lead to 10, 46-36 for the Mustangs. Waring cross-court to Bizzell. He gets across the timeline. But it's going to be an over and back violation as Campbell hadn't established his feet. Turnover there for the Eagles. There was 7:25 left in the ball game. It's a 10-point lead for the Mustangs, 46-36. They have the ball as Ding inbounds it into the hands of Arroyo. Arroyo up top, right wing to Fisher. Fisher up top to Arroyo. They'll swing it across the top against this 3-2 zone. Right wing to Arroyo. He'll dribble in. Back up top to Ding. Left baseline is Haywood. The lefty fires from the left baseline. Air ball. Bizel gets it knocked out of his hands. Tracked down into the hands of Fisher. He floats it up. No good. Rebound by Waring. Eagles have the ball. They're being pressured. There's 3 men back on 2. They got to have an open man. Bizel gets it. Now he'll cross the timeline left side. Dribble up top. He'll dribble into a double team. He's cut off there by Chester. Tries to get rid of it. Gets it to Knight. Knight gets it down left wing. Teely left baseline. He'll fake. Now knocked down about a 14-foot jump shot. Teely with his first 2 of the second half. And it breaks the run there for the Mustangs. Back to a 6-point lead. Ding dribbles across on the right wing. Backs it out now, top of the key. Gets the screen. Moving nonetheless from Haywood. Right wing, now right baseline to Fisher. He throws up the floater. It's short into the hands of Waring. Eagles will come back. Bad shot there by Fisher. Had wide open players, but forces up a floater against the taller Eagle defense and comes up short. Waring gets it left wing into the hands of Bizel. Loses balance, gets it to Campbell on the left baseline. Skip past right baseline. Teely fakes the 3, drives all the way in. Left-handed floater off the back iron, no good, into the hands of Chester. Ball knocked free, he tracks it down. Fisher, Ding across the timeline. Skip past right wing to Arroyo. He'll stop, pop the 3-pointer off the front of the iron. Barely nipped the rim into the hands of Teely. Teely gives it to Waring, and the Eagles set up. Bring it across the timeline. Waring dribbles there to the left side, and now he'll dribble back to the center of the court, drive in. Picks up his dribble, and now he'll kick it back up top to Bizel. Eagles reset, left wing Waring. He'll fire up a 3-pointer from the deep left wing, no good. Teely, ball batted away from him by Ding into the hands of Arroyo. They'll get the foul on Bizel as he bodies up Arroyo dribbling across the left side. They're going to call the foul on Bizel. It'll be Bizel's second foul, 3rd team foul. They've got 4 team fouls for the Eagles, but one of them was a charge, which cannot be a team foul. So it should be 3 team fouls apiece. There's a timeout now. I'm not sure who called it, but we have a full timeout here on the court. 46-38. Mustangs of Manor lead it by 8. Jamal Shed, 18 points, leads all scorers in the ballgame. Right behind him is his teammate Augustine Arroyo, who has 14 on the night. We'll try to set the lineups as they come out of the huddles due to the jersey changes. Butler is a scratch because his jersey is now being worn by Fisher. As the Mustangs return back to the bench. And here come the teams now. For the Eagles, it'll be Dalton Kyle, Jace Knight, Joseph Waring, Chance Teely, and Garrett Campbell. For the Mustangs, it'll be Jamal Shed, TJ Haywood, Augustine Arroyo, Richardson, and Carl Chester. Shed has the ball across the timeline to Arroyo. And they're going to go into a little stall offense with 5 minutes, 30 seconds left. They close down, and now dribbling in. Richardson at the left block, goes up, short, off the rim, gets his own rebound. Goes up, blocked again, no good, gets his own rebound. Now we'll kick it back up top to Haywood, and the Mustangs reset. As the Eagles switch defenses, it looks like they'll go to the 1-3-1 with a trap up high. Augustine pressured by Waring and Dalton Kyle into the hands of Shed in the center of the court. And now a timeout by Coach Swain as he comes out of the sideline yelling at the team, trying to get them to set the offense as he was calling. Talking to his leader, Jamal Shed, out in the court. It'll be a 30-second timeout by Coach Swain of the Mustangs. Still leading by 8, 46-38. A lot of frantic movement in this game and a lot of pace to it, but not much scoring. As the Mustangs, with less than 5 minutes left in the ball game, average 74.3 points on the game, and tonight only with 46 so far on the scoreboard. But one stat to look at: the Mustangs come into the ball game undefeated on their home court, 6-0 on the year. Tough place to play and a tough place to win. as we come down to the final 5 minutes left in the ball game, and an 8-point lead for the Manor Mustangs, 46-38. Arroyo gets it to Shed, top of the key, left wing now Richardson. He'll fire from the left baseline. His three-pointer up, no good. Rebound by Dalton Kyle, gets it to Campbell. Now the Eagles will get it across the timeline. Kyle on the left wing to Waring. Waring dribbles up to the wing, thinks about it. Now he'll go down low, but it's picked off by Arroyo. He's trying to get it down low to Jace Knight. Jump ball. Good job by Knight there to go grab the ball. But it's going to go into the hands of the Mustang. They'll reset with the ball on the far sideline. Good defense there by Jace Knight. More importantly, the Eagles now get the next possession arrow in their favor here in the last part of the ball game. 4:35 left in the ball game. 46-38, the Mustangs lead it. Shed up top, dribbles in, now kicks to the left wing. Richardson wide open from the baseline, and he'll knock that three-pointer down. No one in the vicinity. And that extends it back to an 11-point lead. 49-38 for the Mustangs. Kyle across, dribbles through a three-man. Richardson gets it, and he'll slow it down. That gets the crowd going, the pressure being applied by the Mustangs. And now a 13-point lead. Shed begging for a foul as he knocks the ball away from Thiele. Clay Thomas will come into the ball game, replacing Jace Knight. 51-38, Mustangs lead it with 4:03 left in the ball game. Waring inbounds into Garrett Campbell. He'll get it across the timeline into the hands of Waring on the right side. Left side to Clay Thomas. Thomas now right side to Waring. He holds there, dribbles to the top of the key. Thomas now holds it. Now he'll dribble back to the top of the key. Gets it in the hands of Dalton Kyle, left elbow. Garrett Campbell, right wing, fires up the three. In and out, no good. Rebound by Richardson, slapped out of bounds by Dalton Kyle. And the Mustangs will inbound underneath the Eagle basket. Whistle blown here as Arroyo's shoe has come untied. He has to put it back on and tie it up. And now Fisher will drop back to inbound the ball for the Mustangs. Fisher, Shed, Arroyo, Richardson, and Haywood on the court for the Mustangs. Fisher looks to inbound, gets it to Shed, who's being covered by Dalton Kyle. He'll walk it up across the timeline, middle of the court, and look to drive on Kyle. Drives all the way in, takes several steps, kicks it out. Now Arroyo has it left wing. He'll fire the three. It's up, no good. Richardson rebounds. Ball stripped from behind by Campbell into the hands of Clay Thomas. Thomas has the ball. Shed takes it away, but they call a jump ball. Eagles inbound the ball with 3:15 left in the ball game, trailing by 13, 51-38. Campbell, left wing to Dalton Kyle. Looks to drive, backs it out. Waring up top. Waring to Thomas on the left baseline. Steps in, now kicks it back to the left wing to Waring. He drives all the way in, a little floater up off the glass, no good. Richardson rebounds into the hands of Shed, and he'll walk it up. Man-to-man defense now being played by the Eagles, as Shed being covered by Dalton Kyle. Comes across the timeline, center of the court. Shed dribbles there. Now the double team as Waring steps over to help. Into the hands of Shed. Backs out. Right wing Fisher. Fakes the shot. Comes in. 15-footer. Up off the rim. No good. Thiele rebounds. Thiele dribbles there. Now he picks it up. And now being pressured. Has to get rid of it. Gets it to Garrett Campbell. Campbell across the right side on the timeline. Goes down to cutting Thiele. Floater up. Runner off the backboard. No good. No foul call. Ball thrown out. The outlet to Arroyo. But Arroyo steps out of bounds. A turnover on the Mustangs. Coach Canfield begging for a foul. Thiele with the runner got hit by two Mustangs. They are not calling anything physical on the court at all, really. A lot of physicality being allowed tonight. As Cade Lachlan now checks in for the Eagles, and Aaron Bazell. Waring and Kyle take a seat. And here comes Chester replacing Richardson for the Mustangs. Cade Lachlan, Garrett Campbell, Aaron Bazell, Chance Thiele, and Clay Thomas on the court for the Eagles. Lachlan has the ball in the backcourt, dribbling against Fisher, left side to Aaron Bazell. He looks to dribble, comes across the timeline, into the hands of Thiele on the left wing. He'll dribble up, top of the key, right wing to Thomas. Thomas gets it, now he dribbles top of the key, being pressured by Haywood. Left side Bazell, left to Thiele. Thiele looks to drive in, goes all the way in. He's mugged and called on the floor. Lots of yelling coming from the two benches. The foul called there, I believe it was on Chester. Coach Wayne will take the timeout. We're going to give the foul to Chester. That'll be his second. 4th team foul for the Mustangs. In the second half, it's going to be a full timeout by Coach Swain. Coach Canfield been warned now by one of the officials, but he had his great argument and a lot of physical defensive play being played by the Mustangs, bodying up top all over the court, and not many fouls being called. Only 4 team fouls for the Mustangs here in the second half, and that one there was just it felt like kind of a kind-hearted give to Coach Canfield after all the arguing back and forth. It's going to be a tight finish here as the Eagles have got to make some baskets. Had some good looks. Thiele got mugged on his runner. No foul called there. That was what kind of sent Coach Canfield up in arms. Can't get a call as the players are taking it to the hoop. They're doing a great job of avoiding the little set charge foul as the Mustangs come set quickly in their path. Thiele did a great job, but did not get the foul call and didn't get the roll. So the Mustangs now come out of their timeout. Haywood, Fisher, Shed, Chester, and Arroyo for the Mustangs. Thomas, Thiele, Bizzell, Lachlan, and Campbell. And now Shed gets the call as Bizzell battling down low. Jamal Shed called for the foul, his second team foul, second personal foul, 5th team foul for the Mustangs in the second half. 51-38 with 2 minutes left in the ballgame. Thiele has it up top, left wing to Lachlan. Now to Clay Thomas on the left baseline. He'll dribble up top, tries to take it in, spins, now runs a floater up off the backboard, no good. Rebound by Chester, outlets to Arroyo, and Arroyo will slow it down into the hands of Shed. He'll stay in the backcourt. They set the offense, and he'll dribble across the timeline against Aaron Bizzell. He holds there. Now he dribbles in, past the 2 guys, and a steal now. Thomas gets it, and here come the Eagles. Nice behind the back dribble. Sends Fisher diving on away from it. Bizzell down low, goes up against 2 Mustangs, gets the foul and the bucket. What a take by Bizzell. It's going to be on number 12, which is going to be Haywood. Give Bizzell the 2 and the chance at the old-fashioned 3-point play. Cuts it to an 11-point lead for the Mustangs. The foul on Haywood, that's his 3rd personal foul. 16 foul for the Mustangs. 1 free throw here for Bizzell. The chance at the old-fashioned 3-point play. The free throw is up. And good for Aaron Bizzell. Cuts the lead back to 10 now. 51-41 with 1:23 left in the ballgame. Bizzell takes a seat. Dalton Kyle checks in on the defensive end for the Eagles. Chester inbounds it to Fisher and back to Chester. He'll dribble against Lachlan. Across the timeline, left side. Dribbles there, now hands it to Fisher. Fisher will dribble up top against Thomas, drive all the way in. He traveled, no call. Chester will back it back out into Haywood. He can't dribble there. He dribbles, double dribble, not called. And a travel from the left elbow all the way in. The Euro step plus 2 or 3. And Haywood with the 2-point bucket. Extends it back to a 12-point lead, 53-41. Right wing Lachlan, Thiele, right baseline. He'll fire a 3. It's off the back iron, no good. Into the hands of Shed. Shed will back it up with 45 seconds left in the ballgame. He'll dribble against Dalton Kyle, gets it across the timeline. Center of the court, backs it back up into the hands of Haywood. Haywood now dribbles to the middle. He'll back it up. Haywood drives all the way in, kicks it to Arroyo. Runs over Kay Lachlan, no foul called there. Fisher dribbles, and now he backs it up. The Eagles not fouling, 25 seconds left in the game. Fisher drives down, and now he'll get fouled by Thiele. It'll be on the ground. They cannot call that shooting as he was clearly passing the ball. Thiele called for the foul, his second, 4th team foul for the Eagles here in the second half. 21.7 seconds left, a 12-point lead for the Mustangs, 53-41. They inbound under their own bucket. Fisher sets the inbound there. Mustangs run it down low to Shed, wide open on the back pick. And Shed gets the 2-point bucket, his first 2 of the 4th quarter, but more importantly, makes it a 14-point lead. 13 seconds left on the clock as Campbell dribbles across the timeline, left wing to Cade Lachlan. Down to Thomas on the left baseline. He'll step in all the way into the lane and blocked out of bounds by Shed. And the Mustangs, Shed knocks it out of bounds, so the Eagles will have it back with 2.8 seconds left, trailing by 14. Thomas inbounds, right wing to Lachlan. He'll fire a three-pointer off the back iron. No good. Into the hands of Chester. And that'll end the ball game. 55-41. The Mustangs lead it or win it by 14. Good ball game here, but just too much pressure in the end by the Mustangs to hold on to this one. We'll take a short break, bring you back some totals, and close it down for tonight here on SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle basketball. Welcome back to SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle boy basketball. The Eagles on the road tonight. Ball to the Manor Mustangs, 55-41. In District 18 play. More importantly, it drops the Eagles to third place in district standings by half a game. Now they have one more game left to play than the Mustangs because they had their bye last week. But Georgetown now sits at 5-2 in district play, 19-9 on the season, and Manor improves to 21-9 and 6-2 in district play. In the scorebook totals tonight for the Mustangs, they are led by their big baller up top, number 2, Jamal Shedd. He finishes the night with 20 points. Augustine Arroyo finishes with 14, 6 each for Fisher and Chester. 5 for Richardson and 2 for Haywood and Woolley. Your Eagles led off the bench by Aaron Bazell with 11 points, 7 apiece for Dalton Kyle and Garrett Campbell, 5 for Cade Lachlan, 4 for Chance Teeley, 3 points for Landry Woods, and 2 points each for Joseph Waring and Jace Knight. 55-41, the Mustangs win it. The next ball game for the Mustangs will be at Cedar Creek on the 7th of February, next Friday night. Your Georgetown Eagles will play at home on Tuesday against Cedar Creek at 7 p.m. We remember the hotly tested game at Cedar Creek on Saturday after the storms on that Friday night postponed the Friday night game. The crowd had almost had an altercation, and so just quite the game there as the Eagles came away with a big 2-point win on the road in Cedar Creek. And so they'll look to add on to that and get back to their winning ways at home on Tuesday night in Georgetown. One more time, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Amy Waring Realtor, your local real estate connection, online at bunnyflonde.com. I think that's how you say it, BUNNYFLONDE.com. And for Cutco, Stacy Campbell, an American original since 1949. Cutco, the largest manufacturer of kitchen cutlery in the United States and Canada. And to God's Country RV Park. And to our individual sponsors out there of the families, Mimi, I almost did it, Mimi, I apologize. Mimi and Boyd Kyle, Corbin Thomas, Robin and Jeffrey Knight, David and Yvonne Woods, and Laura Woods. We appreciate you listening in to the game tonight here on SHN Sports. We look to be back on Tuesday night, back in the friendly confines of Eagle Gymnasium in Georgetown, Texas, as the Eagles take on the Cedar Creek Eagles. For Nathan Height, Jerry and Harmon, I'm Wally Harmon. Thanks for listening, and have a good night.